Your Holiness must believe me when I tell you that the condition of the Church in the United States of America in the matter of doctrine is utterly deplorable. There's no doubt about it that we are slowly becoming a national church, controlled not in the least by Your Holiness, but by the National Catholic Welfare Conference of Washington, D.C. Americans are not being taught the Catholic faith as it is contained in the writing of the Fathers and the Doctors and in the definitions of the councils of the Church. They are being taught what a committee of extremely deficient American theologians think will interest the American mind without ever embarrassing or challenging it. I'm writing this letter to Your Holiness simply and as a child. Your Holiness may see already that it is not a legally organized document. It is a cry of anguish from my priestly heart. In order not to tie you with too many details, may I tell you in a brief statement what is the fundamental heresy universally taught by Catholics, priests, and teachers in the United States of America. This is the doctrine which American Catholics are being taught. The way to be saved is by being sincere to your convictions and living a good life. If one of your convictions happens to be that the Roman Catholic Church is the true Church of Christ, then you are obliged to join it. If you do not sincerely think it is the one way to salvation, then you are invincibly ignorant, and God will save you apart from the Church. You are then said to belong to the soul of the Church, and whatever you desire for yourself in the way of salvation, Catholic theologians are prepared to call baptism of desire. Were you to sincerely think that the Roman Catholic Church is not the true Church of Christ, it would be a sin for you to join it. Your Holiness, I assure you in all my honor, the sanctity of my sacrament, and whatever voice I have to be heard in profession of faith, that the above statement is the substance of what is being taught all Americans as the means of eternal salvation. I am bold enough to say that you know what I am telling you is the truth. There is no pope in history who has been as close to the American mind as you have been. I personally heard you speak in New York City when I was one of the editors of America, and I know that this is true. Every day you defer calling a halt to the wild liberalism of the American hierarchy, a liberalism which pays not the slightest attention to your messages against interfaith movements and against exposing our Catholics to the dangers of heretical perversion. The more will grow the spirit of indifference and apostasy in our land. And 10 years from now will be too late to save it. I know along with this challenge which I offer to Your Holiness, while prostrate at your feet in reverence and love, there go thousands of graces to enable you as Christ's vicar to save this world for our holy faith. Unless you are the thundering leader of the world, other thunderers will take your place, be they the Hitlers, the Mussolinis, the Stalins, or the Roosevelts, who have already so confused the world that is waiting for our pontiff to speak. Father Leonard Feeney, to Pope Pius XII, May 28, 1949.